Hey guys, this is Mordecai, and welcome back to check out another video. Today I want to just kind of focus on some bugs that I've seen that I would like to share, as well as some ideas that I have. I think most of the communities, some things I've seen and heard that I think most of us kind of share the same ideas, and just some of my own. Um, but anyways, let's get started. So first, let's start with just some of the bugs that I've seen. I just want to make sure that the developers see this, and that they can witness, they can see what I see when it comes to these. And these bugs I'm going to describe here are something that always happens, that I can repro every time, and no visual bugs here listed, just because I haven't seen any, but there's just a couple here I want to point out. But the first one is the upgrading the skills. So let me just show an example of that. So here, and I kind of showed this in another video, but I really wanted to highlight it here in this video. But basically, if I try to upgrade, or rather click on the general tab here, sometimes it might tap on the upgrade button that might be underneath. So for example, if I've got bash here and put the upgrade button underneath the general tab, and then I try to tap the general tab, it instead tap the upgrade button, which is right underneath. So sometimes it will tap the upgrade button, and sometimes it will actually work and hit the general tab. Yeah, so because of that, I've accidentally upgraded mini skills that I didn't want to upgrade. Now they have added this reset button back after level 25, but what I'm not sure is if I tap on that, will I get another reset? I don't know. I don't want to try it yet. But in either case, if I have upgrade buttons that are right underneath the journal tab should take priority over the upgrade button. Because if somebody's going to be upgrading something, the upgrade button is going to be fully shown if they're going to be upgrading something. Not like this, I think in this case, someone's going to be meaning to tap on the general tab, not the upgrade. So if I can just show my phone here, I have an iPhone 6s Plus. Probably, the screen might be too bright. Maybe that won't work. But anyways, if I'm trying to hit the general tab, let's move that back a little bit more up. There we go. If I'm trying to hit the general tab, now it's wanting to work. Well, anyways, so that's one bug. Again, I've upgraded many things I did not mean to upgrade, and it's costing me some points. So yeah, hopefully there's some better experience that in the future. The other bug, at least I think it's a bug, but I'm not sure. But the other one I want to call out is in the ice pole. And then when you're fighting, let me just pick something here. I'm currently on the Walking Dead Ice Pole 6. But there's this back button here that doesn't work when it is on your turn. You have to start something and otherwise go on someone else's turn. Like right now it's the Walking Dead's turn. Now I can hit the back button and confirm. So that I don't know if it's by design, but if I want to back out of it, I should be able to just be able to do that, right? Back button should just work. The other things I've seen is incomplete text. Again, I have an iPhone 6s Plus, which is, it's a small screen, but for a phone, it's actually a pretty big screen. But just there's many things where the text is not fully shown. So, for example, if I look at some of these skills, let me find a good example. Shoot, I can't me find an example. Oh, okay. So like this one, for example, the text just kind of ends right here. I mean, you kind of know that this probably says the same target, right? But it's being cut out, and it's not visible. So, and there's a lot of text here, so I kind of understand why it's being cut out here, but you know, it's still being cut out, so it's a really bad experience. So we've got to be able to figure out a way to show more text here. Maybe a way to scroll this, or make this text smaller, or just increase the size that's being consumed here. Right? We have this space here and this space here. I'm not sure what devices this game has been tested on, or if it's being developed on for other devices. But it would be great if there's a way, whether expanding this, taking up this space, and just being able to fit in more text. But that's one example, and I mean, that's not the only one, right? I know certain items kind of do the same thing. I don't have good examples in front of me, but there's just different things that may not, where the text is just getting cut out, right? Maybe, but I think it's mostly in the skills. Like this text seems to all, you know, fit here pretty good. So maybe it's none of the items, but certainly the skills I have seen. But anyways, I hope that's fixed. I think it's mostly is the skills. I'm just gonna open up a couple of these just to kind of see. One injured, magical damage. Shouldn't deal. Yeah, like here's another one, for example, for freeze. Freeze the target, right, and deal 8% of damage, magical damage. Normal attacks will break the ice and deal what? Right, I don't know what this text says to finish things off. Same thing with ignite. Magical damage and stun the target if what, right? So that's just another, right? Again, I think it is just the skills, I think. But anyways, I think that you guys should be able to review the text that's in the game, especially if this is on an iOS platform. I think that most people more than likely have an iPhone, like myself. In fact, I have one of the bigger screen iPhones, and I can't see all the text. So please consider that. The other bug that I want to show, and I kind of showed a little bit of this in another video that I have done, but basically it's tapping on certain things don't always work. So for example, if I go into, let me just open up someone's gear here, check gear, and I'm trying to tap on the items here. I know that the gear will open up as the details of the gear, but in this case I'm tapping on the different items here. I'm tapping on these little icons, and it's not doing anything. It's not opening any window, right? Obviously my tapping works, right? I can do things. For most cases, you know, tapping works pretty good. I can do things, but just certain parts of the game, it don't work, right? The tapping just simply doesn't work. I can just try to keep tap, right? And sometimes something will comes up, but in most cases, yeah, nothing really happens. So let me just tap this again, and I can just, let me show what I'm doing here. See, that time it worked. If I close, yeah, see, I'm tapping, right, and nothing is happening. So you saw that just very intermittently, something might come up. And usually if I'm really committed to, oh, you saw that? It came up for half a second, but it went away because I had to keep tapping. So that's really annoying. Another place is the ancient civilization. So if I come over here, you should be able to, if I remember correctly, you should be able to tap on these different pieces of gear here. Yeah, see, it just did it. It should just open up the properties for these props. And for half a second, you saw it did come up with something, and then it went away because I have to keep tapping, right? So there's just certain places in the game, right, where I just gotta keep doing that. Same thing with the Abyss. If I go over to the Abyss, look at the rewards, you should be able to tap on the chest, and it should come up with a window that tells you what's in that chest. But for me, again, I just have to keep tapping, right? And then eventually it might open up a window. But yeah, anyways, weird bug. I don't know why the tapping on these things don't work. Maybe it's related to the general tab button, where for me I accidentally upgrade spells or skills and I don't mean to. Maybe it's related to that. I don't know. But anyways, those are the things I want to highlight on just some issues I've seen in the game. Now the rest of this video, I really want to focus on just some ideas that I have for the game. So while we do that, let's actually do some entertaining stuff here. Let's do some Coliseum battles. I've got 6, so let's just kind of start playing through. And this is actually perfect for the first idea that I have. Okay, so the first one is the AI of these battles. You know, for Arena and Coliseum, you know, basically you have no control. You know, you have some kind of artificial intelligence that are controlling what our pets and characters do. And it's not that great. You know, really good examples, especially those who equip Counter-Strike. And then when they're just about dead, just one more hit really takes to kill them off. They've got like less than basically 10-15% health. And then they cast Counter-Strike. Like, what's the point in that? You know, they're gonna be dead anyways, because most people, especially at my level range, takes about 2 or 3 big hits, and they're dead. So when you're down to just a few life left, and then you cast Counter-Strike, that was a waste of a turn, you know, because you're gonna be dead. Counter-Strike isn't gonna do anything for you. But yeah, there just needs to be some, I think, better artificial intelligence on how these characters are played. I get with the pets and some of the pet skills have trigger rates, which is great. And I think another good skill that we could add to the game, especially for the pets, and maybe even the characters too, is like an intelligence stat. So if the developers purposely have done this, where things are just completely random and using skills are random, add some intelligence as a stat, you know, for the character. And then if you beef up the intelligence, you know, maybe then they'll play smarter on their own, right? But anyways, just an idea. Alright, cool. I wasn't even paying attention. I think we won that one. But anyways, let's keep on going. Let's keep chatting and playing. Let's see. Alright, let's start. The next one, again, also related to Coliseum, is the amount of attempts that we get. Now, to my understanding, the purpose of this game is to be idle and very casual play style. And just the amount of attempts that you get with Coliseum doesn't really meet those standards for being casual. You get 6 attempts. That's basically 30 minutes per attempt. You get 1 attempt per 30 minutes, and that's 3 hours. Now, if you think about that, I don't know about you, but I sleep, like, at least I try to sleep, you know, 7 to 8 hours a night. I also go to work, you know, I have a full-time job, so I go to work for, you know, 8 to 10 hours. So that's a lot of time being wasted that, where I'm not able to consume those Coliseum points and spend them. So I think it would be a really great idea if we can beef up the number of attempts. Um, from 6 to maybe 12. I think at 12 attempts, still at half an hour a point. At least this way, I can sleep through the night, and know that, hey, I think I'm just waiting for him to continue. Might be AFK a bit. Actually, let's do this. He's gold, so actually he should be leaving and enjoying. Hopefully he does that. Oh, there we go. Smart man. Okay. So yeah, just want more Coliseum attempts that you can store up from like 6 to 12, maybe a little bit more, but just to better support those who actually sleep and those who work, right? I mean, this is supposed to be a casual game, and it's really hard to compete against these #1 guilds because I think a lot of those people probably either don't have a life, or they don't sleep, and they're just constantly playing and building up their Coliseum points. It's not fair. You're not allowing everyone else a chance. The other feedback I've heard is around the times that are available for doing the guild Coliseums. And it's just one slot in the day for 4 hours. Again, for some people who might be joining from other regions of the world and whatnot, they might be sleeping at that time or might be working at that time. So either allow several attempts, right? Maybe at 2-hour blocks, 3 times a day or something like that, right? Just allow more opportunities for people to be able to take advantage of these Coliseum attempts, and especially be able to help out the guild and do the guild battles or guild Coliseums. Another idea that I have is around just more opportunities or chances to get materials for enhancing and advancing, evolutionizing your weapons and armor. So with that said, I think would be a probably a good idea to allow you to decompose or desynthesize gear, whether it's green, blue, even if it's just orange, right? You have an orange chest, and then you open it and then you get orange gear, right? Just a way to desynthesize that, and then maybe get a chance of getting some of these materials that we're looking for. Even if we go as far as the orange gear that has the max stats, right? You use the key to open up a chest, and then you get this gear that has max stats. Even if it's just that, and desynthesizing that, and getting a chance to get some materials, that would be pretty cool too. But anyways, just an idea. One that really annoys me, I'm not sure why it's not in this game, is why doesn't Counter-Strike work if you dodge, right? So if I'm getting hit or someone's attacking me and I dodge, right? I move out of the way. Shouldn't I be able to Counter-Strike anyways, right? Otherwise, what's the point of having Counter-Strike if I'm focused on dodge, right? Because I really like to take advantage of Counter-Strike. In real life, if you're doing martial arts and karate and whatnot, usually you're trained to Counter-Strike when you're dodging, right? In fact, it's easier to Counter-Strike if you dodge someone. So put that in the game. It only makes sense. And I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Maybe it will then make Counter-Strike a little bit overpowered, maybe. But I think in that case, maybe we can do some tweaks, right? Maybe lower the amount of damage that Counter-Strike does. But it only makes sense. And you should still Counter-Strike even if you dodge. Another idea that I have is around traversing. Actually, close Coliseum to show this one. So in pets, for example, if I select a pet, there's a way where I can go back and forth, you know, in the pets and be able to review them and compare the different stats and whatnot. But in the bag and for the items, right? I would like to be able to do something similar to that. I would like to be able to just traverse through the items easily without having to close and then open and then close and then open and so on, right? I would like to be able to traverse, at least traverse, you know, maybe have some arrows here, right? Up and down or left and right to traverse through what's in the bag. And then maybe another set of arrows to traverse through what's equipped, right, in my inventory here. But anyways, it's really annoying. I think it'll be a time saver and be easier to compare things if I'm able to traverse through the items from here. Another thing I would like to bring up is this chat window size. Let me go back to Coliseum so that there's some entertainment. That way you're not just hearing my boring speech, waiting for someone to join. But anyways, there's the chat window down here. Let me just close this. No one's joining at the moment. There's this little chat space here. There's just one line. And I would really like to see this maybe just a little bit bigger. I mean, I get it that, you know, I could open up the whole window here, right? Oh, again, here's another spot where I've seen text gets cut off, right? If someone puts in a large amount of text here, I have seen messages that says, hey, you've got too much text, and then you have to shorten it. But in the cases where it doesn't stop someone from sending a long message, text does get cut off. And you can't see everything that someone has typed out. So here's another spot where I've seen that. But anyways, I would really like to see this expanded out a little bit. You know, maybe even have this come out a little bit more. Maybe even just like halfway, right about here, right, to the screen. And then up like maybe 1 or 2 more lines, right? So a total of 2 to 3 lines, I think would be really helpful. Let's see, what else? While in combat, let's go back to Coliseum. Oh, there we go. He's gold. Please quit and rejoin. If he's not going to do that, he's in my guild. Hey, Barat? I don't know how to say his name. But anyways, he's in my guild. Alright, if I just hit prepare, let's see what he does. Is he going to... Might be AFK a little bit. Anyways, another thing I would like to see is while in combat, and there is during the ones that you do have control over, like in the ice pole or the abyss, or just in the adventures, an option to just skip your turn. I don't want to do anything. A good example would be an ice pole and you're fighting against these challenging monsters like the Walking Dead, and or the Advancing Titan, right? Or I think it's Advancing Titan. But there's just certain scenarios where you just don't want to hit them, right? For whatever reason, skip a turn. That would be really cool. Now I know that there's some implications to that where at the moment there's not great AI, so if skipping a turn is an option, then during the AI games, it might skip a turn. So I can see that, but you can build logic into that, right? Where these AI games don't skip a turn, right? Always do something, right? Unless it detects, has some actual AI like, hey, this guy's got Counter-Strike. If I go and swing at him, I'm gonna be dead. I don't want to do that, right? Then skip a turn, right? But anyways, I think that would be kind of cool to see. Let's see, next one. Oh yes, chat scrolling. Another big issue I've seen is when I'm trying to read stuff that's down here, like just to kind of catch up on what are these guys talking about? You know, I've been away for half an hour or a couple hours, and I just want to see what these guys are talking about, right? Especially during the busy times of the day where there's a lot of chat happening. I can't do that because what it does is that as soon as somebody sends a message, it scrolls all the way back to the top, right? Then I'm like, No, I wasn't done reading yet. I'm trying to catch up what you're talking about. Quit chatting. I can't read. But anyways, I hope that made sense. I wish there was a way where it doesn't just send you back to the top. And if we need a quick button to do that for us, to get back to the top, then put a button here somewhere that says to top. Like maybe right here, or down here somewhere, maybe just some other buttons or something, right? To get me back to the top. But anyways, I want to read what's going on, right? So I know what they're talking about. Quit sending me back to the top. Let's see, what else? Let's see, we've got one more fight here. Let's see, friends would be cool. I think I've heard this a lot, would be cool that there's some kind of feature here where we can add friends, have a friends list, basically. Maybe even build the game off of that a little bit, where your friends can help you out in certain areas. Send you stuff, maybe. Of course, that's another, feature, I guess, is be able to send people stuff, but I don't really care about that. But just having a friends list, right? Easier way to communicate with them, besides those who are in your guild, or even cross server, right? Just being able to have friends or cross server, because I've got other friends or people I know who play the game but they're on different servers, right? So it'd be cool to chat with them in game. Let's see, what else? Class-specific skills. It would be kind of cool to add just class-specific skills, maybe warriors with some kind of block skills, right? Or skills that will take damage, from other players, and so instead of their team taking damage, the warrior takes damage, right? Maybe for a magician, maybe some more heal skills or spells, right? The assassin, maybe more fatality, bigger damage kind of skills. Just some ideas, right? It would be kind of cool. Just add another tab that says class, right? And each class will have a different set of skills there. I think that would be kind of cool. Even if it's at the later levels in the game, where you can unlock something like that. Like maybe even level 60, right? Or level 50 or something, I don't know. But I think that would be kind of cool. Let's see, what else? Increase stack sizes in your bag. So this is not increasing your bag size, but rather the stacks or the props, right? So, like the keys can only stack up to 10 keys, right? Why? Could we increase that? People only have a limited amount of space in their bags, and it starts getting expensive. The amount of gems that you have to spend to keep increasing your bag size. So it would be just kind of cool to see that certain items can go beyond that 10 or 99 limits, right? Like these bronze coins, for example. It's taking up 3 slots in my bag, and I could probably spend a couple, but still, let's increase the stack size. It's taking up too many slots. But yeah, I think the bronze coins is a really good example, but the bronze keys as well. Now, I've used up a few bronze keys today, but yeah, only 10 for bronze keys, especially if I am trying to save up for the next level. I really want to be able to save up this stuff and not use them up, and as soon as I hit level 40 or wherever that next tier is, hey, I've got the stuff here, now I can use them. So yeah, increase stack sizes, please. Gear sets. Let's see. Well, we ran out of Coliseum attempts, so let's put something else more entertaining on. See, Mist Hellgate. It's too late for that, or rather, it just passed not too long ago. Let's do some adventuring. I gotta slay some demons anyways. Let's see. Gear sets. that would be kind of cool, you know, if there's just a whole nother category of gear, you know, that might be above and beyond this red legendary gear, but some kind of gear where you get additional bonuses the more pieces that you have of that gear. So if I have the same set of gloves in the chest, then I'll get a certain set of bonuses, right? If I have the whole set, right, the helmet, hands and boots and chest, you know, then I'll get a really nice bonus set of stats. You know, now whether those are just more bonus stats of what's already there in the gear, right? So for example, if I open this up, just maybe increasing these on those gears, right? Just something simple like that, I think a lot of people would really enjoy. Or so maybe additional stats here that you can only get with that set would be cool too, right? But I do kind of see that we are starting to run out of screen space here showing stuff. So again, maybe expanding out the window a little bit, right? Also inserting a X here, so maybe instead of having this here, because this will just close out the bag completely, but an X here to close out the bag, but also have another button to expand out the properties of the gear and show additional information or more stats about the gear. But anyways, sets, right? I think that that would be really cool. And I can certainly see some advantages, even just increasing stats here, because I think really, and a lot of people want to specialize in more than just 4 stats, especially when they're getting to higher levels, into a whole nother level of playing the game, hardcore players, right, where maybe we should add some additional ways to be able to work on, you know, 5 or 6 stats, right? But anyways, sets. Showing other stats. Yeah, so I've heard this one a lot, actually, from many different players. But we really would like to be able to see what is our total crits rate and crit damage, right? That's not really displayed here. You know, I can't tell. And dodge as well. So dodge, crit rate, and crit damage, I think, are the 3 ones that come to top of mind that we just don't see what the total values are. So that would be kind of cool to show that additional details here, those additional stats here. Again, I know we're out of space here on what can be shown, but again, we still got this open space right here, we got this open space here, we got the X here, so we can just hit the X and close the whole window, but, you know, what about this extra space here, right? And again, maybe another a button here or something. Maybe here we can show some more, even more basic stats, right? Like the hit points and the P. Maybe some of the defense and attack stuff here, and then have another button to show more details, right? That will open up, and then fit in like speed and penetration and you know, all the other stuff that's missing, right? Yeah, so just like to see the other stats. Another thing I want to hit on is spending gold. I think we need more opportunities to be able to spend gold. So I have 2 in mind. Other similar games have this thing called guild skills. And guild skills or just ways where as a guild you're working together to level up your guild stuff, and then you can purchase upgrades to your skills, right? So you can make your attacks higher or your hit points higher, magic points higher, just things like that. I'm not saying that's what we need to do for guild skills, but maybe implement something where we can spend the gold on, but also be able to increase the force or the value of our character, the strength of our character, and maybe also the strength of our guild as well. But another idea that comes to mind on spending gold is if we go to Malwart here, like some of these items that you never see the opportunity to spend gold on, you know, open those up as well. You know, I would really like to be able to buy these with gold. You know, understood, this one might be like 50,000 gold, right, or 100,000 gold. So what, right? I know other similar games do the same thing, right? Where they provide that opportunity, where even these rare stuff, or these chests, or like the jades, is the one I'm really trying to get a lot of. But just even for these other items here that you normally don't offer gold for, and just bump up the value like 50,000 gold or 100,000 gold or 500,000 gold, right? Which actually reminds me of another limitation. This only goes up to 1 million, right? Let's bump that up. I would like to be able to save more than 1 million gold. Let's do something with this gold. Let's bring some more opportunities to spend this gold. Let's see, what else? Guild battles. That's another common one that I hear and see a lot. It would be kind of cool to see another game mode where maybe once a week or a couple times a week where there's guild battles. Now, I don't mind, since this is a casual game, that the guild battles could happen automatically. Like, maybe the guild leaders can predefine, hey, I want these 6 people in my guild, or 12 people in my guild, or whatever number, will enter this guild battle. And then the guild battle, there's AI, right? And maybe there's a way where you can join and observe and spectate the guild battles, and AI is happening, right? AI is taking over. That's fine with me. This is why I play the game, is because it is so casual and it's based on being idle, right? And you don't have to dedicate a lot of time to playing this game and get somewhere, right? So keep that part up, keep it casual, keep it idle, and just keep implementing these other game modes like guild battles. I think would be really interesting. Which actually brings up my last point, my last idea for the night. I'm just going through my list here of things I want to talk about. I think I've hit on everything I wanted to talk about. But yeah, the last one is just more game modes. Maybe some cross-server game modes where we're interacting with and battling other players from other servers. That would be pretty cool. And just some other game modes where, for the more hardcore players who want to spend all day long in the game, give them some more opportunities to do things in the game. And even if it's just, let me go, like, treasure hunt, for example, a really good example. I can just click on something and then walk away for half an hour or so, and be able to play and get rewards and stuff. So that's all I got. Thank you for listening. I hope I had some good ideas. If I missed any ideas that you want me to talk more about, or want the developers to be more aware about, please comment my video. Please like the video if you like it. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. And have a good night. Take care.